Hey Dragon Ballers, and welcome to the 7-Star Report. This is our first ever video. We're happy to bring this live to you and start bringing this amazing content to make sure you guys are kept up to date with live streams, deck profiles, and everything you need to know to be a better player.
All the sauce.
All right, my name is Cameron. I'll be your host today, and with me today is my partner Antonio. We're going to go over his Shenron hand control deck. Now, this deck did top nationals this past tournament, and it did top 16. Now, question: you were playing Red Blue Hirudegan, a very fast deck, a deck that will just try to bring its opponents down very, very low in life, and then Xeno them, just completely take them out of the game. What was the appeal of this deck to make you want to start playing it?
In set one, I played Blue-Green Vegeta, and I actually made Blue-Green Vegeta to originate from. And honestly, it was a hand-controlled deck. It was actually just really fun to me. I mean, my opponents can't play the game, but that's beside the point. Red-Blue just gave my opponent that one chance all the time to top deck the negate or, add a life or whatever. Even when you set up the perfect kill, sometimes it just got annoying. Or, you get a bad Xeno and it's like, it sucks. So, overall, I was like, I want to go do some control. I saw the list. I saw actually Cameron was the first person I see to play it because he had made it. I like the concept behind what he had brought. It was a list that tops. And from there, I was just like, I just want to run with it. I really like the concept. I want to run with it.
Fantastic. And obviously, we've seen you on some of the streams that we've been putting up, and he's been winning multitude of matches and constantly XOing these little tournaments, just making these players just regret actually ever having a hand size. So if you're all right, I'd love to check on these ratios, just trying to go over your card choice, because this is actually different than the one that top nats. All right. So if we take a look real quick, you have your standard Shenron package. You got your Dragon Balls. Now you're running a 3-4 ratio, so 3 1-star balls and 4 Dragon Balls. Why 3 1-stars?
Well, I saw you play the deck, and then my buddy Stan told me, hey, if you play this on turn 1, you can play those 2 on turn 2. So you can do a total of literally 3 rips in 2 turns. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I like where that's going. And then from there, I was like, I think 3's the number because I don't want to see it any more than that.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, you have your equal 3/3s on Child's Wish and World Peace. That is just, as I take it, your basic resurrection from your drop area. Just making sure that whatever you're pitching, either comboing or trying to set up for the following turn, I take it, is just to bring back and limit them?
So obviously the ratio came from, I think that's what the guy actually played. And I really liked it because there's a balance between big drops and smaller drops. I actually think I played more big drops. Or at least very similar amount, but I like going for these more than little guys lately because I never seem to draw little guys anyways. But most of the time you're just using it to get the small guys if you can, to crit them down, and then I also use them as problem solvers to get the bigger ones like Kefla and Kami Powers Piccolo.
Fantastic. And so as I see now, you have 2 Shenron Figure of Majesty and the Shenron the Wish Granter. Now, I've been looking, the list that did top nationals had a 2-1 split, but I've seen lists that have actually been excluding the Wish Granter. What makes you want to keep this in your main?
I don't think people understand how saucy it can be when you have a crit guy out and then you free revive this, give it triple strike, and then draw 2 off of him. It's if you don't negate this, you're gonna get bodied.
Okay. And now I want to continue on to the meat and just sauce of what spice you've been putting into this deck. We'll start here. 3 group leader peel-offs. Why is this here? Why do you have this here?
Over the past few tournaments that people have seen me playing this deck, I actually played the Crisis Crusher and realized if I'm going to lose the Storm, I'm going to lose the Storm. And I think peel-off for that one turn does the same thing, if not more, because it guarantees it stopping. And after that, I was like, well, you know what? Another really bad matchup, though, is the Shenron matchup against, like, Gogeta. They're going to just go for that Gogeta play. If you draw this, you negate that triple strike, you're going to win. Like, you made it, homie. You're the man. Like, that's how I feel.
Awesome. And now we have 2 at all costs. The original list was playing 1. Why did you add up to a second one?
I don't remember if it was Ryan Severin or if it was just another one of my friends. But someone said to me, I don't think they understand how good At All Cost is. He's the best blue card. And I was like, and after I saw the list, I was like, yeah, it is the best blue. Let's add another one.
All right. And then we have the traditional package, 4 Senzu Beans, 3 Objections, 3 Dragon Radars. Obviously, Senzu Bean, you know, it's a staple. If you're playing blue and you're not playing Senzu Bean, either you forgot to buy yours or they're in another deck somewhere and you were too lazy to get them out of your deck sleeves. 3 Objections, obviously, to ramp up your energy to make your world pieces easier. And your Dragon Radars to buy back your Dragon Balls, your 1-stars, either keep reaping their hands or you constantly will keep drawing. Now, 2 Quick Think and Go Tanks. Critical and on a 15k body with a card draw on attack is already pretty good in its own. And of course you have them foiled, so they're better in that sense. But explain why you're running just 2 and not, say, 3 to see them more.
I actually play in a way where this deck can actually play more aggressive than the average build. The average build is very, give and take. This is very just, it's trying to take. So what I end up doing is tapping out a lot, and because of that, I actually play 3 negates, one of which of those Gotens became one of those negates.
Okay. And then you have the 3 Power Bursts. Now, the original list was playing 2 Whist Coercion. Now, obviously, we know Whist Coercion is a very good negate. It does restand the energy that you use to tap and play it. But what brought you to Power Burst, and what makes you believe that 3 of it is the right number?
Well, I have a general fun fact. For anybody that doesn't know this, it's a pro tip. Ready? No one's talking about it. Every deck that's ever been the best deck can either win by tapping out or restanding energy. A lot. Look at Soul Striker when it was the best. Look at Cell. If it tapped out, it meant that you had no hand. The list can keep going on. Even Mecha Frieza. And let's not forget Hercule, the most recent. And Storm.
You're absolutely right. And as we continue, we see the traditional 2 Super 17, the Infernal Machine. Just that card coming down, ripping out the last 2 cards of your opponent's hand is just an insane play in its own. The 2 Tark Duo Dabura. It's basically for seeing hit, and you can get the effect from yard or from your drop area. And then 3 burst attacks on Gohans. Constantly refill your hand if you're finding yourself low. It's also a 15k crit that you can get back on turn 2, which is just bonkers in itself. Now, this is where I wanted to get to. So, I have not seen these being played in any lists at all. I've been looking at streams, I've been looking at people's deck lists, people trying to put this together. No one's playing these 2. You need to explain to me why you decided to put these in your deck.
So we're playing hand control, and a lot of people want to try to play around that aspect by making a field, like Super 17, or sometimes even like the Gogeta players are going to just start slamming double strikers down, maybe not even swinging at you, just to set up for a board so they can body you when it's time. You can't do anything to Kami's Power Piccolo. You can't. There's no card here that does anything to him in this game at this level of everyone's playing Shenron and Storm. He's gonna stay. Maybe if Xeno was around, maybe I'd change it, but he's not going anywhere. So it's a free. I'm gonna get rid of your power card. That at all cost Vegeta you want to save for next turn. You don't have a next turn with it. It's gonna die right now. So that would just in my Shenron matchups, having him out, surviving the power turns, and then killing off their boss monster. I did that on stream. Shout out to Marin and Team Death Note. We had a great game, and he couldn't kill me with his Majin Buu. I popped that the next turn, and then from there, like his steam was gone. He couldn't do anything else. Game was over. Kefla, because like I said, people want to play bodies down. And if they're playing a slower deck, like 1 big body per turn, Kami's Power really kind of they just shuts it down. But if they're playing multiple smaller ones, like maybe the 25 Gogeta or the 2Ks or anything like that they got going down, Kefla comes out, swings at it, draws a card, it powers up, and then they have to combo up out of it. So you're still hitting their hand essentially, and then you're still gonna either killing the battle cards, both of them, or you're gonna kill one, or you're gonna rip cards. So either way, it just makes so much value for itself.
Awesome, and I can see that we have the one of Kami equal to Unifier. Obviously, a 1-for-1 in regards to tap 1 energy, draw a card. You're kind of replacing the card that you've just played in your hand, and obviously the board wipe effect is huge. You don't care because you're bringing them back from your drop area, and it also just shut off decks like Super 17 and Androids, people that are trying to swarm the field. Veggies, because Shenron Veggies has been coming back into the meta now. While it's rare, it's still there. And then you also have decks like Yamcha that top 32. That deck does swarm. And all these little low-to-the-ground decks. Heck, even Storm can sometimes fill the board with, say, if you like Mize, if they're playing Trunks, if they're playing Hiru, they got their Bardock Will of Irons, and they're just forming it up. Just a 1-drop pop for 2 on turn 3 could hinder their entire gameplay, which I think that's just awesome. Now we're gonna actually take a little bit and look at the sideboard too.
I just want to say one thing real quick though. Kami made it here only due to the fact that decks that go long can hurt, and that's literally the only difference. In test play so far, I tried Dende, I tried Kami, I tried the 1-drop Black Max Saiyan as my 1 of black card, since I can add it back off my negate anyways. If I get, I get the one for one. Like I said, he only made it in because of the theory of the meta. The one that put in the most work though was by far the Mass Saiyan. Just if I ever got chain attacked, it would just rip out cards. If I ever got hit by a Hercule player, it's ripping out cards. Like, shout out to Tony Carpenteri. We had a great game with Hercule, and that card just like shut him down. Like he couldn't really play around it to clear my board.
Awesome. Now we're gonna take a look at the sideboard. First off, I want to mention is the one Dende new to the job. Why do we have this?
He's a foil. No, seriously though, he's okay. Like, I don't know, like. In testing, he isn't that great against Gogeta as I thought, but I have him here just in case, like, I think he's going to be useful for some reason. Like, somebody's going, like, they're just waiting to go wide, so they're just ramping up. And it's like, if that's what they need, maybe I'll put this in just to help slow them down a little bit.
Awesome. And now 2 Whis Coercion. Now, why are they in the sideboard?
Because Storm's the thing.
Perfect. I mean, that's a simple example itself. Then we have the second Kefla.
Yo, if you go on wide with the big boys, I'm gonna spread your cheeks with 2 of them.
And now we have 2 Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan.
In testing, he put in the most work, so I had to pay respects.
I mean, against Shenron in the Shenron matchup, putting him down, and while they're trying to arrive, it's like, yeah, you're putting down this 1 card. By the way, get rid of another 2. Now the 4th Power Burst.
Because Shenron's a thing.
2 Crisis Crushers.
Because Storm's a thing.
So I went to culinary school.
The Kami Global Unifier.
But now I work for a party.
In case androids.
Why do you also cook?
2 Mafuba.
Where do you cook?
If you're not playing yellow and you're playing Shenron, it's because you're a thing.
This is where we're going to get interesting in the sideboard. Ready to Strike Piccolo. 2 of. A blocker for 3, and then an auto. At the end of your turn, your opponent must choose cards from their hand until there are only 6 remaining, and place the chosen cards in the drop area.
So it's at the end of their turn, but on turn 2, I can drop this out against my Gogeta matchup. They have no response for this, and while you're +2, bro, I don't care. Your Dragon Raiders, I don't care. Keep digging. You're gonna dump all those cards, then my next turn I'm gonna go back to hand ripping you.
All right, and now we got the last card. This thing is some pure unadulterated spice. This is insane. This is a 1 of foil, obviously. King Yema Soul Supervisor. This is a common. People haven't been playing this. People haven't been playing this whatsoever. Explain.
This is both good against a Gogeta matchup. It's a hand control player though. They're gonna if they want to start throwing their good cards into grave to bring back. You go, okay, put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Like, I'm still hitting your hand. I'm not trying to mill you out. Put all the cards back in your deck. But good luck trying to revive by that turn comes after you've been objecting like an idiot.
Hey, so that's the deck list. This is Shenron Hand Control from our good friend Antonio. Now, I really do hope to see this deck progress more. I want it to develop and I want to see it evolve, because already we have some pure spice in this. We have spice in the sideboard. You know, if this deck was covered in any sauce, it's probably some sriracha. This is some spicy shit that we're seeing here. Now, do you have anything else you want to say to the people that may want to, take any questions at this deck list, or if anything, anything that you may not have mentioned while we were going through it that you kind of want to bring up now?
Well, first off, I just want to say to anybody who was a subscriber to Team Rivalry, I really appreciate you guys still sticking around. We've rebranded. This is one of my new partners. We're going to bring you great content. And that's it. That's all I want to say about that. As far as the list goes, feel free to hit me up in the comments. I'll answer any questions. Yes, I'm bad, I know. And Yeah, you guys are great. The Dragon Ball community. Love you guys.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. And as always, we will have the deck list in the description below. You can take a chance and look it up. We're going to have it hosted off of DBS Decks because thank you, Mark Hill. He's been able to great support for us. We appreciate what you've been able to do for the community. And now, from me, my name is Cameron. This is Antonio. We're signing off. Thank you for watching.